Hi friends. So I wasn't going to film today because I have a Zoom friend meetup later tonight, but I should be productive with the 2 hours that I do have to myself. And so I'm going to do kind of a part 2 of the last video that I posted. If you haven't seen that yet, I will link it up here. The time had come for me to be declawed. We're all self-isolating, we're all distancing ourselves socially, which means no trips to the nail salon. Forgive my stubby little fingers. It's gonna be like that for a little while. Just a quick recap though, we played with the Arcana palette and we did a palette bingo with it, which had mixed results. So for today's video, we are not doing a palette bingo. I'm just gonna do something that I wanna do. Probably something a little simpler, something that doesn't involve a whole lot of effort. You know, I've got places to be in like an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm gonna try and create something with the colors that I am really jiving with, and hopefully it doesn't suck. This will be a good one to follow along at home with because it is going to be fairly simple, nothing too over the top. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please keep on watching and let's get started. Finger guns? Really, Maddie? Oh my god. I was thinking of not filming, but then I realized that it's really remiss of me to waste a good hair day, or in my case, a clean hair day. You're welcome. As always, we will start by priming. Wow, this is so much easier when you don't have talons. That is the perk, being a stubby fingered person. So if you watched the last video, I did 2 different looks with the 6 shadows that I pulled. The second look was still my favorite, even though I'd kind of come around to the first look at the end of the video. But the second look just incorporated my favorite kinds of eyeshadow techniques. It was very soft, very blurred out, very smoky, good blending, but nothing too precise. I love an eyeshadow look where I don't have to use as many brushes, or I can just use my fingers. Sometimes you just need to look like you care and also not spend 3 hours. That's what I want to do today. I don't want to spend 3 hours in front of this camera because I want to see my friends. I'm going to do my best to incorporate some of the shadows that we didn't use in the last video. Coincidentally, these 2 mattes are calling my name, as well as the green here, and this gold is like, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Oh, okay. Let's do the green just to say we did it. Okay. A little less impressive, but as we all know, swatches aren't everything. But let's start with a warm crease. I mean, who saw that coming? Definitely not me. Let's start off with this one here. It's like a really warm rose nude. It's called Alter, and I've been dying to try it out because it just looks so delicious. Let's fluff that everywhere because that's what I want to do. So we're just patting this out with a nice big fluffy brush. The way I usually like to apply my crease shades is pretty far up and out to start because I've got the lid space and I might as well use it, so we're working our way in. I think people don't blend far enough up to the brow bone as they should generally. I always find that people are too afraid to use this space up here below the brow, which is where most of the action happens. When you open your eye, that is what you're gonna see when you're looking forward at someone. I like to do most of my blending work pretty far up, and that's different for every eye shape. I totally get that, but it's just fun to color outside the lines. This is beautiful, by the way. So the next one I want to pop into is Sacred, which is just kind of a step down. I think it'll ground everything really well, anchor the look into a nice deep warm place, give us some depth. I've really been enjoying working with deeper burgundy shades lately. I've been using them a lot in my neutral looks just because I think the red pigment adds just a hint of something more interesting than what you'd see generally with a neutral eyeshadow look. These 2 are blending superbly together, like very effortless blend. And I'm making sure to really work that shade into the lash line. I'm just gonna go back in with Alter just for a quick sec, reinforcing that rosy shade. I wanted to use the greens because I think the rose and the green together was such a beautiful color combination, but I think I have a plan. What we're gonna do is do two different eyes again, but we're gonna keep the shapes very similar on either side, but we're just gonna change up the color combinations. So for the lid on this side, I'm going to grab Enchantress just on a finger because it's the easiest. Just plop that onto the lid real easy like. Oof, it is stunning. The other nice thing about not having claws is that I can just really just get in there. Well, it's 7 p.m. Everyone starts cheering here at 7 p.m. for all of the essential service people who are still working out there in the field. For anyone who still has to work during this time, we salute you. You are doing excellent work out there. It's pretty cool. Let's brighten up the inner corner with something I've already dipped into, but it seems to be the appropriate choice. This is the shade Familiar, and I'm actually just gonna take that on my little brush here. Softly blend together. Just gonna tap back into Familiar because I think I lost a little bit of that depth. Right, let's finish up the lower lash line first with a little bit of Sacred. And then let's blend that out with a little bit of Alter. Super fast, super simple, and it's only 7:04. I've got a whole hour to do the other eye, and let's do that right now. I mean, guys, I know I use these techniques a lot, and they might be getting old. I don't know if you are getting tired of seeing me use eyeshadows in a simple way and in a way that I enjoy, but it's what's giving me joy right now, so I'm just going to ride that wave and try not to worry about other people's judgment and opinions. Anyway, let's do the other eye, and I want to do kind of a contrasting palette, but with the same shape. I've just been dying to get my hands into that green. I really enjoyed using the shade the other day, so I'm gonna dip back into it. It's called Relic. It's almost got a hint of purple in it as well, so it's just such a nice, interesting, neutral. I had my friend Danny commenting on my Instagram post from the last video. I posed the question, look 1 or look 2, which one do you like better? And it's funny, she said, actually, I kind of like you with one of each on each eye. Well, I didn't really think about that as an option. However, it piqued my interest. I guess we're kind of doing that today in a way. All right, let's dive right into Darkling. It's that green matte, and I'm just so curious to see what happens. It's very dark. Well, then it's aptly named. Ooh, it is so nice and blendy. I mean, like, that was almost too easy. Dipping back into Relic so we don't lose that gray. Loving that. All right, time to test out Alchemy, and we're just gonna go right onto the lid with our finger. I would say that these metallics behave so much better with your finger than with a brush. Okay, to brighten up the inner corner, I'm going to tap into Chalice, which is that gold. Trying not to be too much of a perfectionist because I do want to finish this up in good time, but these shadows make that really easy. Like, they're so user friendly, it's insane. And I'm just doing the same thing I did on the other side, which is run the 2 matte shadows that I used in the crease onto the lower lash line just really quickly. Well, this is fun. I'm really happy I did that. Let's speed through the rest of the tutorial, and then we will come back and discuss. right, folks, this is the finished look, and I am kind of living for this two-toned business. I thought it would be weird, and to me, it's not weird. I don't know, I kind of really want to do this more often because it's just A, a really good way of showcasing as much eyeshadow as possible, and B, just like a really cool experiment on duality. The fact that these two looks can come from one palette is kind of mind-blowing to me. They seem like complete opposite ends of the spectrum, and yet they all kind of work together in this beautiful harmony of tones and cool and warm, and I don't know, I'm really impressed with this palette, and I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I do. They just are effortless to work with. They're so idiot proof. Plus, this video took me about half the time as a video normally takes. I love how a look like this is just so easy to accomplish. I know I revert back to this style of eyeshadow a lot on my channel, so I hope that you appreciate seeing something done a little more simply, even though I know I feel like I have something to prove sometimes on this platform. But let me know your thoughts. Are you tired of seeing the same techniques over and over again? I just can't stop looking at these eyeshadows. They're just so beautiful. I love them so much. All right, I'm gonna go. Before I go, let me tell you all of the many ways that you can help out my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. You can comment down below on what you thought of everything. You can subscribe to my channel. Please do that. You can follow me on other social media. I will leave those right there. You can hit the bell if you want to. It's something I haven't said in a while, but they haven't notified me whether or not I'm still in the running, but the link is still active. So if you want, you can go leave a testimonial for my SEPHORASQUAD application. That is still, as far as I know, going on. I have not gotten the rejection email yet, so I left that in the description box down below as well. And just continue to do your best, guys. I mean, we're all just doing our best, and that can look different from day to day. I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job. And trust me, doing a great job can also be just sitting on the couch playing Animal Crossing, because you know that is what I am doing most of the hours of the day. All right, folks, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, be kind and be generous, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.